If you've ever lived in the Carrollton neighborhood in New Orleans, you probably know that sound. Streetcars or railways have been rolling through Carrollton for over 150 years, but this area has an even older history. Originally the McCarty Plantation, most believe Carrollton is named after General William Carroll, who brought over 2,000 Tennessee volunteers to encamp and ready themselves for the Battle of New Orleans. Thanks to the New Orleans and Carrollton Railway that began the 7-mile run from New Orleans in 1835, the town of Carrollton grew and developed. Looking at the shops and green spaces at the Riverbend area, it's difficult to believe that once, close to the area where St. Charles turns into Carrollton, there was a train depot and the Carrollton Hotel. The hotel and nearby pavilions featured a restaurant, billiard room, ice cream parlor, cricket club, and rooftop observatory.
Some of the visitors to the Carrollton Hotel yesterday inform us that the turtle soup was excellent, the dinner still better, and the company best of all.
The hotel's gardens covered 4 acres and were recognized in national publications. They had alleys of jasmine, fountains, and thousands of plants and trees. In the 1830s, another form of recreation came to Carrollton, the Eclipse Racecourse, which pioneered Sunday racing in the United States. All the new activities encouraged families to move to Carrollton to build their homes and their lives. The new families needed produce, seafood, and such, and the Carrollton Market, now Dublin Park, was born. Boats tied up along the riverbank to bring produce, seafood, and meat to Carrollton residents in an open-air market, which lasted until it was damaged in the hurricane of 1915. By late 1855, the Carrollton Courthouse was built, and it served as the Jefferson Parish seat of government until Carrollton was incorporated into New Orleans in 1874. After New Orleans was captured early in the Civil War, Union soldiers were quartered in Carrollton. In a letter written in August of 1863, B. Schuler tells a family friend about the area.
After a 3-day trip, we landed at Carrollton, where we now are in camp on a beautiful piece of ground. It is splendid country here, and fruit of all kinds grows in abundance.
Today, though it isn't a small town anymore, and no one is camped to get ready for battle there in a while, Carrollton still has that small town feeling. And though some of the early features are gone, many links to the past are there today. The streetcar still rolls down Carrollton Avenue. The courthouse remains. Oak trees drape the avenue. Shotgun house is still the most commonly found home. And great food is found there. Also, the diversity of the neighborhood today reflects its early population. Carrollton is one of the most ethnically and economically diverse parts of New Orleans. Throughout its history, Carrollton, like most neighborhoods, has had its ups and downs. Recovering from Hurricane Katrina, which covered a part of the neighborhood, has been a challenge. Though much of Carrollton was spared because of the high ground known as the Carrollton Spur, some of the neighborhood was flooded for a few weeks. The good news is that today Carrollton is thriving and vibrant. It contains all the elements that make a neighborhood succeed. Green spaces, great places to eat and play, raise a family, and celebrate. Carrollton's strengths continue to be its diversity and ability to remain a city within a city.